Chicken pilau here with back and neck. Lovely Trini recipe. Pigeon peas pilau with coconut milk and with golden ray cooking margarine that will infuse this delicious dish. One pot meal, low budget meal to enjoy anytime. Delightful dish. Come on into Jenny's Walk. Let's see how to put this chicken pilau together. Come on in. Let's get foodies. So to marinate our meat for that lovely traditional Trinidad and Tobago pilau with black eyed peas, or you could make it with pigeon peas. I'm going to be making mine today with pigeon peas. So here I have back and neck, as you would say, back and neck, the bony part of the meat that you will just chop it up really nicely here, and I'm going to show to you here how to marinate it. Or you could use a whole chicken. So in here is my sofrito that is frozen. You know, my foodies who follow me know I love to use that. So what I did, I went ahead here and I had it all zapped in the microwave, so I get that green seasoning, you will call it, in there, soft and nice. Here I have half an onion. I give a good dice. Here I have my ginger garlic paste. This is only to marinate. You know, we're going to be using more. 1 tablespoonful. Here I have my Angostura bitters, you know, from the House of Angostura. We use a sweet, savory, and even to marinate our meats. If you're using this, you don't need to add any lime juice or vinegar, you know, to the meat. It's already washed with lemon and salt and all of that. A little dash of fish sauce. Now, this is something that is not really used in the island much, because I see my foodie be saying to me in the comments, you can't get it in Trinidad. Just eliminate it. It's just my flavor that I like to put into it. Eyeball 1 teaspoonful of that light soy sauce, or whatever soy sauce you have. And I'm just going to go with just 1 all-purpose seasoning here. A good 2 teaspoonful, and that is all she wrote. There you go. So you know how we Trini like to do it. We're going to take our fingers and get every drop of of that. Now, no salt added to this, foodies. Get your gloves on and just massage this into the meat. There's a lot of bone because it's back and neck, or neck and back, however way you pronounce it. And we really want to get all that green seasoning and all those aromatics into your meat. So lovely here dish here from Jenny's Walk. We're going to be making Trinidad pilau. Cook up rice is a little different. So we're making some pilau here from Jenny's Walk. Let this marinate overnight or up to a couple hours. Okay, foodies, to put this lovely Trini pilau together, here I have my big heavy iron pot. It's up on the stove already, and it's pretty much coming up to a good heat. Let me raise that to high. And here I have 1 tablespoonful of brown sugar. I'm going to be using this brown sugar to caramelize that chicken. You don't need to add oil in your pot to develop a caramel color. I think you may need a little more sugar than that, because I'm looking at the amount of meat that I have. So let me just add, so that will be like 2 tablespoonfuls of sugar, brown sugar, cane sugar. So let's wait a little bit until this comes up. So foodies, it have been like 2 minutes, and this looks like a great color. You know, you choose the color that you like, give it a little mix, just like so. And our marinated neck and back, or back and neck, which is a lot of bone, a lot of flavors from that bone marrow, is going to infuse into this chicken pilau, Trinidad style. So now in goes all our meat that was marinated. Beautiful, a lot of anger in there. And we're going to give this now a good mix. We're going to coat all the pieces of that meat with that caramelized sugar. You see that color we acquired there? That's beautiful. So let's leave this on high flame and leave the pot open. Let all this fresh water start to release. I do not want to cover the pot. More and more water will start releasing. I do not want too much water to release. So leave it like that. We'll be back in 7 minutes. Okay, foodies, so this looks really beautiful. You see, the water is still burning off because I want it to fry up really nicely. So at this point now, we're going to utilize all that liquid in there. I'm going to add some tomato. The tomato will help get a beautiful, nice red or orangey color into the chicken. This is a bay leaf. Here I have that meat base. I have another one over here. I'm going to open and drop in there. This is celery stalk, onions, and carrots. I'm going to add into this lovely chicken pilau. Pilau is a one-pot meal. It's a great dish you will find if you go to the fete, the cricket, the football game. You go on the beach line. You know, you would make a one-pot meal, a pilau. Even for carnival time, this is a #1 dish. You will make a big pot of pilau, and we all go at the savannah, so we have our own lunch to eat. So this is where that pilau, palu, pilaf, all of that come from, that word pilau. So let's leave this and raise the heat and let all this start coming up together and fry lovely here. Wonderful dish here from Jenny's Walk. Okay, foodies, so now I'm going to add my dry pigeon peas that I'm going to be using for my pilau. And you know I like my sofrito, or as the Trinis would say, green seasoning. So that is 2 little cubes of green seasoning, and here is some peppers. That is some seasoned peppers. Now, if you do not get a lovely color, you could use sazon. This will give you more of a hint of a yellow because that turmeric or haldi in it. Or you could use this sazon where you get more of a reddish color because this has that ruku or annatto seed in there. So what I want to do now is let my pigeon peas cook for a couple of minutes. As you can see, the seasoning to get it well into it. Just a little more fresh water in here to boil off. So let us just wait for that to burn off. Lovely dish here from Jenny's Walk, chicken pilau. Okay, foodies, so we have a lot of water burned down in here. So now at this point, I'm going to add my rice. The authentic recipe used is parboiled rice, but I do not have parboiled rice. I do not really use parboiled rice. I use the basmati parboiled rice. So here I'm using my rice, my basmati rice. In goes that pimento, which is that pepper that is used in all those culinary cooking in that beautiful island of Trinidad and Tobago. In goes that. And I'm going to give this a little mix again and let it sit here for like 3 minutes, and then we'll be back. Okay, foodies, so it's about time to add our liquid. So in here, I have my water boiling already, and I have some celery stalk in there. So that's a lot of flavors in there. And I also have my coconut milk, that where I will be adding that coconut milk down in the end of cooking. So it wouldn't boil out into my food and turn into oil. But at the end of cooking, you add your coconut milk and you'll get that lovely, strong coconut flavor into your pilau. So let this cook and we will be right back. So this looks beautiful, my dear foodies. I want to give it a little move up now. I tasted it for salt and everything is just perfect in here. So now what we're going to do, the color is fine. I do not need to use any sazon or anything like that. I'm going to place my pepper in there, low the heat to medium, lid on, and let this cook for 15 minutes. Okay, foodies, let's take a look and see what's going on in our pilau. Okay, so most of the water have been evaporated away. So at this point, I want to add a piece of that golden ray cooking margarine to bring back that real Creole flavor and that Caribbean flavor into this pilau. Now, pilau is all about preference. If you like your pilau sticky or grainy or runny, there's so many different preferences. So at this point, I want to add a little bit of coconut milk into my pilau. It's about good. So this is the ending up of cooking. I'm going to give it a little move up. So this pilau is going to be a bit sticky. That if you use that parboiled rice, it's a heavy rice, it's a hard rice, you will get more of a grainy pilau. You see how lovely this is? This is more like what Granny used to make. Sticky pilau. So let's just leave this alone now. This looks marvelous. It's almost done. And like 5 more minutes, I'm going to keep the lid on it. Everything is fine. There's enough taste. There's enough salt. There's enough flavorings in there. So put that pepper back on. And let's give it a few minutes and our pilau will be done. So a nice little side salad. A mix-up salad I have here to enjoy that pilau. Here I have some celery. This here is some grated carrots. I have some finely sliced cabbage in the bottom. And here I have a half-ripe mango that I shred. So in here, I have 1 fresh clove of garlic. I just give it a nice little grate. And here I have some seaweed salt. You could use regular salt. You don't have to use a seaweed salt. But I have it, so I'm using it. Little touch there and some black pepper. if you have fresh jalapeno or fresh habanero, you could slice that. That will give you a much nicer flavor. You crunch on it. And here I have fresh squeezed lemon juice. If you have lemon juice or lime juice, anyone will work. If you do not have it, you could use apple cider vinegar or the regular white vinegar. So you just make this a little time ahead just before your food finish, so that the salts and all that vinegar, that little tanginess you're going to get there, will help soften up your cabbage in here, and it's going to relax a little bit and get some nice flavors. If you also wish to add some olive oil into this, that's another great idea. So this looks marvelous. Lovely dish here from Jenny's Wok to complement our pilau. Okay, foodies, so let's take a look at that lovely, delightful pilau, chicken pilau here with coconut milk and that golden ray cooking margarine, all delightful. But that we made here with back and neck, you know, that bony part of the chicken. So it's lots of flavors that you're going to be getting from that marrow in the bone. And we did here a bit of a sticky pilau. So it's all about preference, how you like your pilau. If you like a sticky pilau or a grainy pilau. Our lovely pepper there. And a lovely side condiment here I made. It is not a coleslaw. It's a very tangy cabbage, carrots, and a little bit of celery stalk. I slice it very nicely with some green ginger. With some garlic, grated garlic. And this is lovely on the side. This really complements this pilau. Lovely dish here from Jenny's Wok. My dear food, it's time for me to try this. This is one of the dish you will find. It's a one-pot meal, low budget, and could feed a lot of people when you cook this lovely pilau. So this is some pilau. And let's try this little tangy sweet and sour. Wow, I'm getting that coconut milk flavor into that rice because I put it at last, just before cooking, so it don't melt away and turn into oil, so you get that divine taste in there. And the tanginess from this little salad over here, this little condiment, really makes it pop with that mango in there and that grated fresh garlic. Divine dish. Very lovely, sweet and nice, delicious. I'm getting the taste of that golden ray cooking margarine also. Just perfect. Lovely dish here from Jenny's Wok. Thank you for joining me, my dear foodies. Give it a try. Pilau, Trini style from Jenny's Wok. So from my kitchen to your kitchen. Happy cooking.